Welcome back, everybody. How are you doing? I hope you have had a pleasant month, or the time in between my last video and now. I'm glad to be back. I'm glad to be playing Modern again. Something was missing, you know. And hopefully this time the other video is still uploading. It's just insane. This time we're gonna be able to play a whole league and record it. So as for the start, I have played over the weekend, but I want to start out at the basic list that I played in Barcelona. Because it's a team unified event, I'll probably give up my Izzet Steadycasters. We might have to make a couple concessions here and there. So we're gonna see what we're gonna run with. And it's either going to be this or something completely different with Fulminator Mages in the main board. I'm not yet entirely sure about it. Actually, no, let's start with this one. Why's this thing always popping up here? Super annoying. Alright, we're on the play. It's a decent hand. 0 interaction though. So hopefully nothing too aggressive here. Okay, blue-white control definitely not one of the most aggressive decks in the format. Okay, that looked like either he was considering a counterspell there or bluffing a counterspell. Alternatively, it could have also been him deciding on whether or not he wants to play Surge for Scanter. Okay, just a feed of ruin here. I think we're gonna have a look here. Alright, so indeed he was having the Mono League here. So I would expect him to use Field of Ruin by the end of turn and then cycle into Hieroglyphic Illumination. That would probably make some sense. Spell Snare is super annoying, but Mono League might even be more problematic. Terminus is still pretty far off. Yeah. And there we go. See you and goodbye. So we're going to follow it up with P and Kiran Lar now. He's looking for lands, and even if he gets one, probably won't be finding enough land in time to get Terminus out. Okay. So he's sacrificing Jace just to get his Termini back on top of his library. So we take Jace, and then we're gonna sacrifice both of our Thopters, I guess. Still an okay deal, I guess. Also, you still must be looking for lands, therefore just gonna shoot here. So I would assume that he actually actively tried to shuffle his other one away. Sixteen is easily divided by 4, so there is a cost to taking those 2 damage. On the other hand, that's also a thing, right? Rest in peace, main board. Yeah. Cool. Sadly, no nimble available for us here. That might become a problem. Timely reinforcements. What a horrible turn for us. We might still be able to race him though. We've generated a little bit of core advantage for ourselves. Okay. Beginning of combat. We're gonna do this. He might still have the spell snare. He shuffled away the spell snare. That's super weird. Yeah. Yeah, we're playing 3 terminates. We're just gonna block it. Like, he should be drawing towards way more dead cards than we are. Funeral is good cards. I might not be playing any Snapcaster Mages anymore though. Alright, so much for the dead cards. So we have absolutely no fetch target anymore. But what we do have is a blocker, and we can fight on his turn, which is pretty neat. I think there is no, well, he might have a negate, of course, but other than that, yeah, he shouldn't have a counterspell here. Not going to block, because I don't want to sacrifice a One-Ring Funeral in case he wants to play a Fairy. Okay. Okay, now we're gonna fight on his turn, I believe. We're gonna get Cryptic. We're gonna take one more hit here. He only has basically amount of mana available to himself. I bet he has at least one more copy of Rest in Peace in hand. Tension Sphere. No, there comes the Spell Snare. Sure, so he activates it for 5, has 2 mana available. Spell Snare cut off our terminated or Jace instead of or terminated, which is preferable. Yeah. So the only card here that he can have to block or terminate is a mana leak. Oh no, there's also still negate. But in both cases, okay. Second spell snare. He's taking Liliana. Well, that is pretty stupid if we're at 6 life. Put a core on top of his library. So still have a cryptic, still have a terminates. Any bold would be good. He still keeps attacking our Liliana. It would already be dead. Shit. Forgot to take up Liliana. That wasn't perfect. But this time we're hopefully gonna get that Celestial Colonnade off the board. Still attacking Liliana. Like how? We need to let that damage resolve first. Charter course. Sure. Ah, damn it. The question is, can we actually race him? We deal 5 damage a turn. He still keeps attacking all Liliana, which is just bonkers to me. Saturated. Don't think that's gonna matter this game anymore. Okay, I think now we actually have a chance of winning this. Maybe I shouldn't have ticked up Liliana here, just to bait him into attacking it again. You put a card on top of the library. Yeah, I'm ready to fight here. Like, just one of our threats has to get through. So I'm attacking with P and Kieran for him to activate Celestial Colonnade. She doesn't do, because he might have Sell the Wreckage. But if he has Sell the Wreckage, then... Okay. That is better for us. Okay, so Liliana, despite being absolutely hated by our opponent there, is not good in the matchup. When this. Terminates, at least one can go. Knowing that he's playing so much Graveyard Hate here. Could also cut one Jace, although it's our main source of card advantage. I would say we're gonna cut one here, probably even Napoleon's command. A keepable hand. He has a Rest in Peace again. Timely Reinforcements is not relevant. If we let him have Rest in Peace, then he's inclined to Rest in Peace on turn 2. We don't really care for Rest in Peace that much anymore, since we boarded against it and can win on the... So I think I'm going to take Mana Leak here and then go after his lands. So now he has an incentive to go chart a course, exactly, to find more lands. Doesn't find a land source, and our little play here might have worked out pretty good. I'm not fetching here because he's playing so many search basic effects. Right. Good game, my friends, good game. Greed ain't good. That's all I can say about it. Greed ain't good. Still in love with Pierre and Kieran, by the way. I think the card is fantastic. Just so versatile, and like you can do so much stuff with it. We're on the play again. Can't believe it. Oop. Let's see what our opponents bring to the table. Chinley, I think I remember playing blue-white, but that doesn't seem to be blue-white. I mean, it's possible, but not very likely. Let's go with this one. Play Jace. Well, maybe he's playing blue-white control with Windswept Teeth. And I was just mistaken here. What is relevant to us? Well, we still need double red. It's spirits. Now it makes sense. Sure. So we're gonna kill that one. We also might need double black, so we're gonna have a look first. We're gonna have both of these. Oh my fucking god. I think we're not fetching here. I do want to have P and K. And snap custom mage. Surely. So let me see, how do we best solve this? Probably go kill that dude. Then attack with P and Kieran. He cannot double block, so he's taking damage. Phantasmal damage. Supreme Phantom. Excuse me. Mausoleum Wanderer. Spell Queller is actually quite a bit annoying here. Don't really care about anything else, but he might need to take shock for it, and this one would cost at least one more life. So I guess we're still taking the Wanderer here, so he cannot do a double spell turn. I'll maintain that one in hand. and then just come in. Okay. So I'm almost certain that he's gonna bring in Geists if he doesn't have any main, and therefore probably still want some amount of counter spells here. Lily is pretty good. Nimble's not super great. It does block occasionally. I think we still need 2 logic nodes. I'm gonna cut 1 Jace, bring in 2 brutalities, cut 1 of these, have 2 cryptics and 1 Kalitas. Our opponent's on mulligan, but this is... yeah, that's better. We need a land. So we're 100% killing everything that's coming down here until we can establish some sort of core advantage, board control, whatever. Okay. So the last polluted delta probably needs to be... okay. Taking company, killing that thing. And that's a Geist. No doubt about it. Drugstore Captain. Okay. I think we should be drawing to more potent threats here than he is, and therefore, hopefully at least, this... wait, I mean, we can't do anything anyway. Playing into that spell queller just isn't useful. Okay, now it is useful though. Because we really want to resolve that Jace. Reflector Mage. Question is, should we be trading off here? He probably doesn't have too many. One, two, three, four. Let's see what he does. Yeah. That's a top deck, mate. Not too shabby. Alright, so this is absolutely brutal. Absolutely brutal. Oh my fucking god. So he's coming in for 9 here. Okay. And like, these two were just the worst thing that could have happened to us there in that spot. Unbelievable. Okay. So we can block here. Hello. Oh, it's flying, sure. So we double block the Geist, we block up top, and we block this thing. Oh, we still can't do that, sure. Always forgetting Mom Spaghetti there. So if we were to go probably has this counter spell or something. I would like to kill the Thalia, but I think everything else is even more problematic. So upkeep, we're gonna try to kill that one. Oh yeah, no, actually, okay. Should have, of course, I forgot about the flying again. Is this a joke? Still do have a chance, but that would require him to have nothing right now. That does not count as nothing. What a luck, bitch. Every freaking turn. Insane. Absolutely insane. So lodging knot's still gonna be very important here. All we needed was no turn 1 play here. Okay. So Mausoleum Wanderer becomes very problematic very fast. I think we're gonna kill it here. Just so we don't have to play around it. Same thing here. I believe that we would want to go this and this in that order. Kill that thing. Rinse, repeat. This dude. What a hand. What a freaking hand. Wow. That does hurt. And a selfless spirit. Oh my god. That will become painful. Yeah, I think that's like has to be one of the best hands that they can possibly have. We will be taking 8 here. If he draws another lord, we're just dead. But I think we cannot do anything about it. So we're gonna kill the selfless spirit. Play a Jace. Hold Nimble back. I think we're taking 8 here. Oh my god, what is going on here? So kill one, block one. Take one. like this. So let's see. Yeah, we could stay alive one more turn, right? Go up here. Play snap. Collective brutality. Two modes. Minus and gain. Minus and gain. Discard launching knot. I used to dig into it to find that last point of damage. Alright. This was not cool. The shadow. It's really strange that I'm always on the draw when I'm playing against Death Shadow with Grixis. And I always draw these cryptic commands that are just going to be countered by a stubborn denial. He needs to kill OJs though. I mean, I don't doubt that he is capable of doing so. Okay. Well, my friend, hope that you have another removal spell. You have to, right? Still gonna fight first with Cryptic, just to draw out any potential other things that he might have. Dude's going low. I want just drawing lands here, what the fuck? Looting. So I do expect him to have a Dismember in hand. So he didn't want to tap out or tap any lower so that he can still Dismember. I think, yeah, we're not going for it here. Now we're gonna bounce draw. So this way for 2 turns he won't be able to. We're just drawing lands. It's absolutely bonkers. And yet a lightning bolt. Alright, so usually these lists are running 2 lightning bolts at maximum, but I have little doubt that we win this. It's an island. There's gonna be a Snapcaster. Yeah, I just made sure that there was no field push in the graveyard so that we won't lose our one ephemeral here. Right. So That appears to be a Gomag Angler. That's the Warrior Grave that we knew about. Oh, come on! We're gonna go after the red swords this time. Not only because of Fatal Suiting and all that jazz, but mostly because of Teemo Battle Rage. Okay, so no removal spell. And this is, I mean, you see it, I see it. So we could do a variety of things here. First, it doesn't have reds, so we don't have to fear a Teemo Battle Rage. Therefore, we're gonna go end of turn, like Wandering Fumarole, try to block Death Shadow, end of turn Nimble, and if that doesn't work out, and there's still a red source that we can fetch. Okay, that's exactly what I wanted. Liliana has to go surgical is alright. Fulminated Mage. Super pissed that we lost to those spirits. Appears that he almost skipped his first turn. Probably going after our Serum Visions, I would imagine. Could also be Fulminated Mage, depending on how many lands he has. That he has to prioritize that one. Also because he just probably can't counter it. That's reasonable. Well, honestly though, I think that we're gonna go after Gomag Angler here. Draw a pool with Delta. Okay. There was no blue Delta in the graveyard, otherwise I would have gone after it with Snap. He also does not have that's risky. Like, I think that's pretty risky. If he hits another shock land there, he probably isn't able to play anything anymore. And GG. Not yet, apparently. But so now I really want to see like what's going on here. Just want to have a look at their mana base. 1 Steam Dance, 2 Blood Crypts, 2 Watery Grave. So these are gone. One of these is gone. So we could go after the other one. And then he's left with non-black sources. Yeah, I think could do that at some point. I need to fetch for a blue source anyway with that many. Like 3 Snapcaster Mages. Some other stuff in his hand. Okay, no black sources. Okay. So that's all the lands he has. He has one more island, but then it's gone. Then he's done. Also, should he ever play Snapcaster Mage, we're gonna bolt it and then take all his Snapcaster Mages from his hands. Oh, that's also good. Alright, now we can force him to do something. Otherwise we take all of his Snapcaster Mages. What a hand. What a freaking hand. So, I do believe we're gonna take one Snapcaster here. Now we go end of turn. He doesn't have a, yeah, that's good from a couple of perspectives, I believe. He's gonna play out his Snapcaster Mage. I'm gonna kill that one with our Lightning Bolt. Maybe even without Terminate next turn. He could of course use two Stubborn Annals in order to save his Snapcaster Mage, but even that would be a fine trade. Alright. Good games. That was a fun match. We should be 3-0 right now, and not 2-1. I'm just forwarding some messages here. while we're waiting for our opponent. Alright. It's not a good matchup, that's what I'm gonna say instantly. Like, pre-board, it's almost unwinnable, but yeah, just don't want to show him too much here. PN Kieran is still good against Squadron Hawk. Terminate we probably need. Also problematic that they don't use any fetch lands. So we could counter that trigger though. Probably worth it. Because he just fetched for one last time. Oh my god, I played it. I didn't want to play it. Anyhow, okay. This we might be able to handle. Well, it will take a while. I don't care for that. Actually, yes, but need to keep his life total low enough for us to be able to do something. Without Serra Ascendant intervening. Also, Jace is going to be our try to win this game. Not 100% awake here, apparently. Okay. Doing some weird stuff in between. They are playing sweepers. So playing another Pheonix Lar might be overextending. On the other hand, it's basically still just two cards. Okay, good that we did that. Alright. Showed us a Squadron Hawk. So, upkeep. He's going to trigger, but I do not want that. Boom. So he only has one Squadron Hawk in hand, I believe. If I interpreted that correctly. Let's turn up the heat. Doesn't really matter if we lose a nimble here. Can get it back with our Snapgas Mage and then next turn attack, but one ring Shimmer full lethal. Actually, we might not even need to. We can also just go with P&K. It's actually still like, it doesn't even matter if we catch a land or a non-land because of the Miria. Since we have lethal on board, like, he needs to have a sweeper, and then we would still have Jace ultimate. Okay. So I think we want Fulminated Mages here. This card is actually not very good against this deck. That could be a case for an Izzet caster that I'm aware of, but the real problem is Serra Ascendant, and if we can't get rid of that one, then okay. So with recipes, he's hurting us, of course, but he's also cutting off his own tech, so to speak. So we're gonna put Colon's command to the bottom, root data to the delta to the top. Pretty sure that our Jace is gonna hit. Huh? Gideon. So another line of play, of course, would have been to bounce Gideon next turn with the Cryptic, but then we wouldn't have any ability to get rid of the Knight tokens. And I was hoping, yeah, by playing Painkiller and Laura, I was hoping to force him to attack with Gideon. Might have a sweeper. She doesn't. Something tells me that he does have another Gideon though. Or just a path. Having Painkiller clog out the board is just too good to pass upon. Like if we get another Path to Exile out of it, that's fine. Okay. Fine but annoying. Perfect. So I suspect him having at least one more Gideon in hand, and therefore we're going to leave one mana open to potentially counter whatever is coming. Or he apparently just does nothing. That's somewhat surprising. Yeah, right. Whoops. Counter draw. That was not what I intended to do. Okay, so except for that nasty spirits matchup, we actually are serving some beatings here, which I like a lot. 3 times 2-0 against very different decks. It's pretty good. Watsy, Wunderlim. Okay. Let's keep it. Wunderlim. Don't know who that is. Interesting that he has an upkeep sub in his own upkeep. I'll probably playing Izzet Pheonix. Okay. Could also be Blue Moon for sure. 1 card to the top, 1 card to the bottom. That's a little bit too risky to fetch here. Okay. Yep. This is what we feared to be So we definitely don't have to be worried about I can't double shock here about the Blood Moon, because those lists don't run Blood Moon, they just need a lot of different sorts of mana. But I'm definitely going to counter these nasty Metamorphoses. Because those are really the absolute motherfuckers. So I'm not playing Nimble because I wanted to have, by that play I wanted to delay him for one turn from going off with Pheonix. Hopefully he's coming around with a Pheonix now. Just one though. Two would be too much. One Pheonix, fine. So he can pump. Okay. I was gonna say he can pump a lot of spells into his Pheonix here. Okay, good. We're good. Okay. The problem is that Jace just provides him with the target that he can kill. Logic Knot doesn't do anything though right now, flashbacked from the graveyard. So we might be going with Jace and Terminate after all. Only having 13 life though. So he has another Gutshot in hand. Or is he just hoping to draw something else? Okay, he's not. So, alright. I'm actually not sure which one's worse for us here personally. Thought Scour could draw him into multiple, like Phoenixes. We don't know if he's playing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he'll have 6 anyway. I actually think Thought Scour is more important here. He gets a redraw that I don't want. Crackling Drake, sure. hate mana food. Lightning Axe. Sure. So he's open for that Alclad Pheonix again, and we just don't like it. I also don't like Thing in the Eyes, which is a pity for you, my friend. Yeah. So if he's playing another spell here, then I'm going to, in response, Shard Wars. Put 2 cards on top, so he's definitely going to be able to do something here. And he might even be able to dodge another Pheonix here. So we're going to try to counter it. Cool. Let me see. So surgical is good. Caritas is good. Cryptics even. Kieran is not so good though, because of Thing in the Eyes. Lee is also not too good in the matchup. Shriekmaw might be a thing. Probably will want Collective Brutality over Thoughtseize. So he's dumping his own stuff into the graveyard anyway. And he only needs 3 mana to operate 4 with Crackling Drake, but I don't see us winning the fight over his mana. So we're not even gonna try. Yep, looks reasonable. we had the Snapcaster Mage and he were to top here, put 2 cards on the bottom, which is basically the same, that I might consider there's a Snapcaster. Yeah, I think actually that might be worth it here. No. Let's play tight. Let's play tight. Thing. Sure. But that one I'm certainly going to take away from you. Okay. So I guess we're hoping that he won't be able to play 3 spells this turn. Shit. Indeed. That was more than unfortunate. It was more than unfortunate. So we're going down to 6. And then 3, and we'll die to lightning bolt. That doesn't sound great. By the way, that's the exact reason why Faithless Looting should be banned. Basically, as that hand with looting, he draws exactly the 2 cards that he needs, which is land and another 1 mana spell. Drops 2. Boom. Dead. Don't know what's going on right now. sad. We're actually pretty well set up. That was an insane turn though. Okay, now it's our time, because we need him to discard as many unuseful spells, or as many useful spells as possibly can. Snapcaster. Discard 2 lands. He might be dead here. Yeah, pretty sure we're dead. We're not dead. Unless you attack with a creature this turn. How stupid is that? I would not expect him to have boarded out Lightning Bolt. Crackling Drake. Sure. Oh my god. Yeah, I mean, can't use any of the cards in our hand. And of course I pulled the trigger on the thing in the ice last game, because at that point we wouldn't be able to kill it until it was flipped. So it would have taken 2 more turns, and I mean, you know, he has to have the Pheonix, he has to have looting, and he has to have the ability to 3 spells a turn that turn. So I thought the risk was reasonable in order for us to have Snapcaster out next turn. So this time we have all the mana that we need except for another red source. I think we're going to try our luck here. Could of course just die. He's also boarding surgical, interesting. So he's bringing a thing in the ice, which makes our Pheonix strategically worse. So I think right now we're gonna bottom that one, top that. He's hot. He wants to flip that thing right now. It's not celebrations. Not good enough. This is. We're not gonna win this. Focus. Sad as it is. So, cannot take away his Crackling Drake, which is gonna jump into the fray here. Next turn. Can potentially kill the Crackling Drake, but that will be a 3-for-1. And we cannot use our Snapcaster Mage due to surgical. But even less could we have. that Pheonix. Okay. That's better. So I fear that if we terminate this here, we're gonna try to take the bolt because I would just want to draw the surgical out of his hands. And protect or terminate to a certain degree. Also surgical now. It's a card that he won't be playing for free anymore during the next couple of turns. Crackling Drake coming after all. Okay. He's at 11 though. So 5 damage a turn. We don't have a bold anymore. That's definitely a disadvantage. Digging deep to find those Pheonixes. So let's see if his last card is a lightning bolt. Yep, we're dead. Insane. Again. Again. What a lucker. exactly what he needed. Well, it was still a fun league. We shouldn't have lost the game against Spirits, and this one was, in the end, rather unlucky after really having caught up in between. I think we did a couple of really sweet plays there. So overall, I'm fine with the league. Hope you enjoyed it, and see you guys next time.